I represent Park and Arbourthorne Ward, which is an area of Sheffield that relies quite heavily on its bus infrastructure. I would certainly welcome the Mayor's South Yorkshire Bus Review and think it's a very timely thing to be doing. My concern is with regards to a potential disproportionate influence that bus operators could have on any review. At a time where Greater Manchester seems to be struggling with some of the big corporates in the sector, the bus sector, in terms of their threats for legal challenges about franchising. How are we going to make sure, and how is the Mayor going to make sure that these big corporates don't have a disproportionate influence on the bus review, so that we can ensure that there's public faith in the final outcome of the report, which is so important to the people I represent?
So I think that's a really helpful question. I suppose from a personal perspective, and I think Clive is in this position as well, there is a reason why they're not on the panel. They are part of the group of stakeholders that we think are important. I think we also have to recognise that to do anything and to make changes on to public transport, we have to have the data and the information. So I'm absolutely committed that we need to be working collaboratively with the operators, and I include in that the smaller operators as well, the ones who do, and imagine in your area, run important, marginally commercial tendered services, and so we've kind of tried to work as closely as possible, but they're not on the panel, and I think that is for the right reason, and it's because we don't want them as part of. I think it's right for them to consider the future. I think though, even in you often have the what about the London model, and the arguments actually is that the operators would potentially still have a role in that London model as a service provider. So whatever the future looks like, I think I hope we're all in agreement that the public and the private sector has a role in working together. I just realised, I'm sorry, I didn't answer your question about the balance panel, and I'm happy to provide full biographies for the members of the panel as well, so to hope give you some reassurance about their areas of experience and expertise.